Good afternoon, family. I'm just trying to wait for it to load so that I can share the broadcast. There it goes. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good night. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea what time it is for everybody. All right, so today we're doing chapter 34 to Deuteronomy 2. Let me get my notes pulled up for today. I just finished sharing it to my page. Let's see here. My God, that is who you are. Miracle worker, promise keeper. My God, that is who you are. 34 through 2. There we go. Okay, now I'm set up with my notes and we can go ahead and get started. So I did want to just kind of give a little bit of an announcement too, because I realized that there are more people joining us even outside of the norm. We have Monday prayers at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Eastern time zone would be 7, and I believe California time zone would be 4 in the morning. And that's every Monday. If you guys ever want to catch it, we have a Zoom, and I usually open it for anyone that wants to pray. And then also, we have a conference coming up this Saturday. So if there's anyone local in San Antonio area, we have something coming up. It'll be from noon until 4. So you'll want to check my Facebook page for any updates. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to say that announcement. My Facebook is in my name, Marquita Stevenson, and you guys can go look me up and add me as a friend. All right, so chapter 34. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, command the children of Israel and say to them, when you come into the land of Canaan, this is the land that shall fall to you as an inheritance, the land of Canaan with its boundaries. Your southern border shall be from the wilderness of Zin along the border of Edom. Then your southern border shall extend eastward to the end of the Salt Sea. Your border shall turn from the southern side of the ascent of Akrabim, continue to Zin, and be on the south side of Kadesh Barnea. Then it shall go on to Hazar Adar and continue to Asmon. The border shall turn from Asmon to the brook of Egypt and it shall end at the sea. As for the western border, you shall have the great sea for a border. There shall be your western border, and this shall be your northern border. From the great sea you shall mark out your borderline to Mount Hor. From Mount Hor you shall mark out your borderline to the entrance of Hamath. Then the direction of the border shall be toward Zedad. The border shall proceed to Ziphron, and it shall end at Hazar Enan. This shall be your northern border. You shall mark out your eastern border from Hazar Enan to Shepham. The border shall go down from Shepham to Riblah on the east side of Ain. The border shall go down and reach the eastern side of the Sea of Chinnereth. The border shall go down along the Jordan, and it shall end at the Salt Sea. This shall be your land with its surrounding boundaries. Then Moses commanded the children of Israel, saying, This is the land which you shall inherit by lot, which the Lord has commanded to give to the 9 tribes and to the half-tribe. For the tribe of the children of Reuben, according to the house of their fathers, and the tribe of the children of Gad, according to the house of their fathers, have received their inheritance, and the half-tribe of Manasseh has received its inheritance. The 2 tribes and the half-tribe have received their inheritance on this side of the Jordan, across from Jericho eastward toward the sunrise. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, These are the names of the men who shall divide the land among you as an inheritance: Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun. And you shall take 1 leader of every tribe to divide the land for the inheritance. These are the names of the men from the tribe of Judah: Caleb the son of Jephunneh. From the tribe of the children of Simeon, Shemuel of Ammihud. From the tribe of Benjamin, Eladad the son of Chislon. A leader from the tribe of the children of Dan, Buki the son of Jogli. From the sons of Moses, a leader from the tribe of the children of Manasseh, Haniel the son of Ephod. And a leader from the tribe of the children of Ephraim, Kemuel the son of Shifton. A leader from the tribe of the children of Zebulun, Elizapham the son of Parnach. A leader from the tribe of the children of Issachar, Paltiel the son of Azan. A leader from the tribe of the children of Asher, Ahiad the son of Shelomai. And a leader from the tribe of the children of Naphtali, Pediel the son of Ammihud. These are the ones who the Lord commanded to divide the inheritance among the children of Israel in the land of Canaan. Chapter 35. And the Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho, saying, Command the children of Israel that they give the Levites cities to dwell in from the inheritance of their possession, and you shall give the Levites common land around the cities. They shall have the cities to dwell in, and their common land shall be for their cattle, their herds, and all of their animals. The common land of the cities which you will give to the Levites shall extend from the wall of the city outward 1,000 cubits all around. And you shall measure outside the city on the east side 2,000 cubits on the south side, 2,000 cubits on the west side, 2,000 cubits on the north side, 2,000 cubits. The city shall be in the middle. This shall belong to them as common land for the cities. Now among the cities which you will give the Levites, you shall appoint 6 cities of refuge, to which a manslayer may flee, and to these you shall add 42 cities. So 6 cities of refuge and then 42. So all the cities that you will give to the Levites shall be 48. These you shall give with their common land. And the cities which you give shall be from the possession of the children of Israel. From the larger tribe you may give many. From the smaller you may give few. Each shall give some of its cities to the Levites in proportion to the inheritance that each receives. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, When you cross the Jordan into the land of Canaan, then you shall appoint cities to be cities of refuge for you. that the manslayer who kills any person accidentally may flee there. They shall be cities of refuge for you from the avenger, that the manslayer may not die until he stands before the congregation in judgment. And of the cities which you give, you shall have 6 cities of refuge. You shall appoint 3 cities on the east side, or sorry, it doesn't say east, it just says on this side of the Jordan. And 3 cities you shall appoint in the land of Canaan, which will be cities of refuge. These 6 cities shall be for refuge for the children of Israel, for the stranger and the sojourner among them, that anyone who kills a person accidentally may flee. But if he strikes him with an iron implement so that he dies, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. And if he strikes him with a stone in the hand, by which one would die, and he does die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Or if he strikes him with a wooden hand weapon, by which one could die, and he does die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. The avenger of blood himself shall put the murderer to death. When he meets him, he shall put him to death. If he pushes him out of hatred, while lying in wait, hurls something at him so that he dies, or in enmity, he strikes him with his hand so that he dies, the one who struck him shall surely be put to death. He is a murderer. The avenger of blood shall the avenger of blood shall put the murderer to death when he meets him. So there were some exceptions, on the people that could flee, and then there were some non-exceptions, non-negotiables for the people that would have to be punished. However, if he pushes him suddenly without enmity, or throws anything at him without lying in wait, or he uses a stone by which a man could die, throwing it at him without seeing him, excuse me, so that he dies while he was not his enemy or seeking his harm, then the congregation shall judge between the manslayer and the avenger of blood according to these judgments. So the congregation shall deliver the manslayer from the hand of the avenger of blood, and the congregation shall return him to the city of refuge where he has fled, and he shall remain there until the death of the high priest who was anointed with the holy oil. But if the manslayer at any time goes outside of the limits of the city of refuge where he fled, and the avenger of blood finds him outside of the limits of the city refuge, and the avenger of blood kills the manslayer, he shall not be guilty of blood, because he should have remained in his city of refuge until the death of the high priest. But after the death of the high priest, the manslayer may return to the land of his possession, and these things shall be a statute of judgment to you throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Whoever kills a person, the murderer shall be put to death on the testimony of witnesses. But one witness is not sufficient testimony against a person for the death penalty. Moreover, you shall take no ransom for the life of a murderer who is guilty of death, but he shall surely be put to death, and you shall take no ransom for him who has fled to his city of refuge, that he may return to dwell in the land before the death of the priest. So you shall not pollute the land where you are, for the blood defiles the land, and no atonement can be made for the land, for the blood that is shed on it, except by the blood of him who shed it. Therefore do not defile the land which you inhabit, in the midst of which I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel. Powerful. Chapter 36. Now the chief of the fathers of the families of the children of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of the sons of Joseph, came near and spoke before Moses and before the leaders, the chief fathers of the children of Israel. And they said, the Lord commanded my lord Moses to give the land as an inheritance by lot to the children of Israel. And my lord was commanded by the Lord to give the inheritance of our brother Zelophehad, to his daughters. Now, if they are married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Israel, then their inheritance will be taken from the inheritance of our fathers, and it will be added to the inheritance of the tribe in which they marry. So it will be taken from the lot of our inheritance. And when the Jubilee of the children of Israel comes, then their inheritance will be added to the inheritance of the tribe into which they marry. So their inheritance will be taken away from the inheritance of the tribe of our fathers. Then Moses commanded the children of Israel concerning the word of the Lord, saying, what the tribe of the sons of Joseph speaks is right. This is what the Lord commands concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, let them marry whom they think best, but they may marry only within the family of their father's tribe. So the inheritance of the children of Israel shall not change hands from tribe to tribe, for every one of the children of Israel shall keep the inheritance of the tribe of his fathers. And every daughter who possesses an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be the wife of one of the family of her father's tribe, so that the children of Israel each may possess the inheritance of his fathers. Thus no inheritance shall change hands from one tribe to another, but every tribe of the children of Israel shall keep its own inheritance. I love that because they're keeping it in the family, you know. Verse 10, just as the Lord commanded Moses, so did the daughters of Zelophehad, for Mahlah, Tisra, Hoglah, Milcah, and Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, were married to the sons of their father's brothers. They were married into the families of the children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, and their inheritance remained in the tribe of their father's family. These are the commandments and the judgments which the Lord commanded the children of Israel by the hand of Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from... They're like, oh my goodness. Across from Jericho. Okay, so you get my drift though. Like, yeah, ew, to us right now, but in this time frame. Okay, so we've got Numbers read, and we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 1 and Deuteronomy chapter 2. That's so funny. All right, so chapter 1. These are the words which Moses spoke to all of Israel on this side of the Jordan in the wilderness, in the plain opposite Suf, between Paran, Tophel, Laban, Hazarath, and Dizahab. I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry, guys. It's 11 days journey from Horeb by way of Mount Seir to Kadesh Barnea. Now it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spoke to the children of Israel according to all that the Lord had given him as commandments to them. After he had killed Sihon, king of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, who dwelt in Ashtaroth, and in Edrei. On this side of the Jordan, in the land of Moab, Moses began to explain this law, saying, the Lord our God spoke to us in Horeb, saying, you have dwelt long enough at this mountain. Turn and take your journey and go to the mountains of the Amorites, to all of the neighboring places in the plain, in the mountains and in the lowland, in the south and on the sea coast, to the land of the Canaanites, and to Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. See, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give to them and their descendants after them. And I spoke to you at that time, saying, I alone am not able to bear you. The Lord your God has multiplied you, and here you are today as the stars of heaven in multitude. May the Lord God of our fathers make you 1,000 times more numerous than you are, and bless you as he has promised you. How can I alone bear your problems and your burdens and your complaints? Choose wise, understanding, and knowledgeable men from among your tribes, and I will make them heads over you. And you answered me and said, the thing which you have told us to do is good. So I took the heads of your tribes, wise and knowledgeable men, and made them heads over you, leaders of thousands, leaders of hundreds, leaders of fifties, leaders of tens, and officers for your tribes. Then I commanded your judgments at that time, your judges at that time, saying, hear the cases between your brethren and judge righteously. Between a man and his brother or the stranger who is with them, you shall not show partiality in judgment. You shall hear the small as well as the great. You shall not be afraid in any man's presence, for the judgment is God's. The case that is too hard for you, bring it to me, and I will hear it. And I commanded you at that time all the things which you should do. So we departed from Horeb and went all that great and terrible wilderness which you saw on the way to the mountains of the Amorites, as the Lord your God had commanded us. Then we came to Kadesh Barnea. And I said to you, you have come to the mountains of the Amorites, which the Lord our God is giving us. Look, the Lord our God has set the land before you. Go up and possess it as the Lord God of our fathers has spoken to you. Do not fear or be discouraged. And every one of you came near me and said, let us send men before us and let them search out the land and bring back to us a word of the way by which we should go up and the cities into which we shall come. The plan pleased me well, so I took 12 of your men, one man from each tribe, and they departed and went up to the mountains and came to the valley of Eshcol and spied it out. They also took some of the fruit of their land into their hands and brought it down to us, and they brought back word to us, saying, it is a good land which the Lord our God is giving us. Nevertheless, you would not go up, but rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. And you complained in your tents and said, because the Lord hates us, he has brought us out of the land of Egypt to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. Where can we go up? Our brethren have discouraged our hearts, saying, the people are greater and taller than we. The cities are great and fortified up to heaven. Moreover, we have seen the sons of Anakim there, which is the giants. Then I said to you, do not be terrified or afraid of them. The Lord your God who goes before you, he will fight for you according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. And in the wilderness where you saw how the Lord your God carried you, as a man carries his son in all the way that you went until you came to this place. Yet for all of that you did not believe the Lord your God, who went in the way before you to search out a place for you to pitch your tents, to show you the way which you should go, in the fire by night and the cloud by day. And the Lord heard the sound of your words and was angry and took oath, saying, surely not one of these men of this evil generation shall see the good land which I swore to their fathers, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh, he shall see it. And to him and his children I am giving the land on which he walked, because he wholly followed the Lord. The Lord was also angry with me for your sake, saying, even you shall not go in there. Joshua the son of Nun, who stands before you, he shall go in there. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. Moreover, your little ones and your children, who you say will be victims, who today have no knowledge of good and evil, they shall go in there. To them I will give it, and they will possess it. But as for you, turn and take your journey into the wilderness by way of the Red Sea. Then you answered and said to me, we have sinned against the Lord. We will go up and fight, just as our Lord commanded us. And when every one of you had girded on his weapons of war, you were ready to go up into the mountain. And the Lord said to me, tell them, do not go up or fight, for I am not among you, lest you be defeated before your enemies. So I spoke to you, yet you would not listen, but rebelled against the commandment of the Lord and presumptuously went up into the mountain. And the Amorites who dwell in that mountain came out against you and chased you as bees do, and drove you back from Seir to Hormah. Then you returned and wept before the Lord, but the Lord would not listen to your voice nor give ear to you. So you remained in Kadesh many days, according to the days that you spent there. So they're just Basically, he's just reminding them. And I really think that happened too, to let the new generation know as well, like, don't make these same mistakes, Chapter 2. Then we journeyed into the wilderness of the way of the Red Sea as the Lord spoke to me, and we skirted Mount Seir for many days. And the Lord spoke to me, saying, you have skirted this mountain long enough. Turn northward and command the people, saying, you are about to pass through the territory of your brethren, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir, and they will be afraid of you. Therefore, watch yourselves carefully. Do not meddle with them, for I will not give you any of their land. No, not so much as one footstep, because I have given Mount Seir to Esau as a possession. You shall buy food from them with money that you may eat, and you shall buy water from them with money that you may drink. For the Lord your God has blessed you in the works of your hands. He knows you're trudging through this great wilderness these 40 years. The Lord your God has been with you. You have lacked nothing. And when we pass beyond our brethren, the descendants of Esau who dwell in Seir, away from the road of the plain, away from Elath, away from Ezion-Geber, we turned and passed by way of the wilderness of Moab. Then the Lord said to me, do not harass Moab, nor contend with them in battle, for I will not give you any of their land as a possession, because I have given Ar to the descendants of Lot as a possession. The Emim had dwelt there in times past, a people as great and numerous and tall as the Anakim. So they were like the giants. They were also regarded as giants, like the Anakim, but the Moabites call them Emim. The Horites formerly dwelt in Seir, but the descendants of Esau dispossessed them and destroyed them before them, and dwelt in their place, just as Israel did to the land of their possession, which the Lord gave them. Now rise and cross over the valley of Zered. So we crossed over the valley of Zered. And the time we took to come to Kadesh Barnea until we crossed over the valley of Zered was 38 years, until all the generation of men of war was consumed from the midst of the camp, just as the Lord had spoken. For indeed, the hand of the Lord was against them to destroy them from the midst of the camp until they were all consumed. So it was, when all the men of war had finally perished from among the people, that the Lord spoke to me, saying, this day you are to cross over Ar, the boundary of Moab. And when you come near the people of Ammon, do not harass them or meddle with them, for I will not give you any of the land of the people of Ammon as a possession, because I have given it to the descendants of Lot as a possession. That was also regarded as a land of giants. Giants formerly dwelt there, but the Ammonites called them Zamzummim, a people as great and numerous and tall as the Anakim. But the Lord destroyed them before them, and they dispossessed them and dwelt in their place, just as he had done for the descendants of Esau who dwelt in Seir when he destroyed the Horites from before them. They dispossessed them and dwelt in their place even to this day. And the Avim, who dwelt in villages as far as Gaza, the Caphthorim, who came from Caphtor, destroyed them and dwelt in their place. Verse 24. Rise and take your journey, cross over the river of Arnon. Look, I have given into your hand Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land. Begin to possess it and engage him in battle. This day I will begin to put the dread and fear of you upon the nations under the whole heaven, who shall hear the report of you, and shall tremble and be in anguish because of you. Okay, they didn't have telephones back then, so. Verse 26. And I sent messengers from the wilderness of Kedemoth to Sihon, king of Heshbon, with words of peace, saying, let me pass through your land. I will keep strictly to the road, and I will turn neither to the left or the right. You sell me food for money that I may eat, give me water for money that I may drink, only let me pass through on foot, just as the descendants of Esau who dwelt in Seir and the Moabites who dwell in Ar did for me, until I cross the Jordan to the land which the Lord our God has given us. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, would not let us pass through, for the Lord your God hardened his spirit and made his heart obstinate, that he might deliver him into your hand as it is this day. And the Lord said to me, see, I have begun to give Sihon and his land over to you. Begin to possess it, that you may inherit this land. Then Sihon and all of his people came out against us to fight at Jahaz. And the Lord our God delivered him over to us, so we defeated him, his sons, and all of his people. We took all of his cities at that time, and we utterly destroyed the men, women, and little ones of every city. We left none remaining. We took only the livestock as plunder for ourselves with the spoil of the cities which we took. From Aurora, which is on the bank of the river of Arnon, from the city that is in the ravine as far as Gilead, there was not one city too strong for us. The Lord our God delivered all to us. Only you did not go near the land of the people of Ammon, anywhere along the river Jabbok, or to the cities of the mountains, or wherever the Lord our God had forbidden us. So he's still doing the summary, and I think that this summary lasts like a few chapters. I think that he starts giving them commands in chapter 4 of Deuteronomy. So we still have one more chapter of review, and then we'll go into the rest. So tomorrow we'll do 3 through 7. That was fast today. It feels like we went through that one fast. Okay, so let's go up and start at chapter 34 of Numbers, boundaries of the promised land. God defines the exact borders of Canaan and appoints leaders from each tribe to oversee the land division. The promised land has a shape, limits, and structure. It was not vague or random. Boundaries protect the blessings. God defines inheritance so that no tribe lives in confusion or conflict. Spiritually, God sets boundaries for believers that preserve purpose and protect identity. Leadership lesson from that is leaders clarify boundaries, what belongs and what doesn't. Vision becomes powerful whenever it is specific. Numbers 35, cities for the Levites and cities of refuge. God commands Israel to give 48 cities to the Levites, including 6 cities of refuge where someone who killed accidentally could flee for protection until trial. Levite cities ensure spiritual influence spreads throughout the land. Worship is at the center, teaching in every region. The cities of refuge symbolize Christ as our refuge, a place of safety, justice, and intercession. The leadership lesson of 35 is that leaders create safe spaces for restoration and truth. Justice and mercy work together in God's system. And then Numbers chapter 36, protecting inheritance through wisdom. The book of Numbers ends with the daughters of Zelophehad. Again, this time God clarifies laws so that the land inheritance remains within the tribes. God preserves both justice and order. Inheritance is sacred. God ensures that the generational blessing is protected from erosion or confusion. The daughters symbolize faith, courage, and God's heart for righteousness. The leadership lesson of that is that wise leaders protect what God has given, families, resources, identity, and spiritual legacy. Very good. And then the summary for Numbers chapter 31 through 36 before we go into Deuteronomy. The final chapters reveal powerful truths as Israel stands on the edge of Canaan. Number 1, the chapter 31, God cleanses what was once corrupted. Chapter 32, God honors unity above personal comfort. Chapter 33, God remembers every step of your journey. Chapter 34, God defines the boundaries of your blessing. Chapter 35, God provides refuge, justice, and spiritual covering. Chapter 36, God protects inheritance through wisdom and order. Numbers closes by emphasizing divine order, spiritual warfare, inheritance, purification, boundaries, and preparation for promise. Israel is no longer the fearful generation of unbelief. They are a ready people purified and positioned by God. A leader's journey involves cleansing, unity, remembrance, structure, refuge, and guardianship of legacy. True leaders prepare others to cross into all that God has for them. And then Deuteronomy chapter 1. I scrolled too far. Remembering the journey and the weight of unbelief. Moses begins by recounting Israel's journey from Horeb toward the promised land. God had commanded them to rise and enter Canaan, but fear stopped them. The spies' negative report led to unbelief, rebellion, and 40 years of wandering. Moses reminds them how he appointed leaders to help them manage the nation, showing God's heart for shared leadership and structure. Memory is a spiritual tool. God often causes people to remember because remembering aligns the heart with his truth. The failure at Kadesh Barnea shows that unbelief is a weakness, but rebellion is not just a weakness, but rebellion against divine order. What God decrees cannot be overridden by fear. Leaders must help the next generation to learn from past failures instead of repeating them. Forgetting what God has done leads to repeating what Israel did. And then chapter 2 of Deuteronomy, battles fought with God, Israel lifting a sword. Moses reminds Israel how God led them through Edom, Moab, and Ammon, nations that they were forbidden to attack because God had given those lands to Esau and Lot's descendants. Israel only fought when God authorized war. When they finally faced Sihon, God delivered him into their hands, demonstrating that when God commands the fight, victory is certain. God's sovereignty over boundaries, nations, and inheritance is on full display in this chapter. God defends even those who are not part of Israel when they dwell within the boundaries God assigned. Because remember, it said for the foreigners and the sojourners, so that's really cool. I took note of that too. Spiritual order is woven into geography, timing, and boundaries. The devotional truth of this chapter is that not every fight is your fight. Obedience is more important than aggression. And then the leadership truth of this chapter is that wise leaders will know when to confront and when to walk away. Divine timing determines victory. So good. So good. Okay, so I will see you guys back again tomorrow noon for chapters 3 through 7. And then remember, every morning these are uploaded and you'll be able to see the description has the notes, and you can copy and paste them into your phone and keep them, print them out, email them to yourself, so that by the end of this year you'll have a guide basically through the whole Bible. So anyways, I love y'all. God bless you, and I pray that you have a good rest of your day.